Director Lee's career, and then I'll throw the mic out to you guys to ask any questions you have about the film you've just seen or anything else you're curious about. So my first question to Director Lee is a very simple one, but quite an important one. Why do you make films? How did you get started making films, and what is it that keeps you making films?
먹고 살라고 만들지 왜 만들겠어?
I've got to earn a living, everyone has to. What a foolish question, right?
I think you're teasing me.
그러니까 한번 무브먼트 그 자체의 사운드와 연기자, 카메라 이런 무브먼트만으로 어떤 스토리를 만들어 볼 수 있지 않을까 해서 이 영화를 스타트를 한 거죠.
So I wanted to create movement by the use of cameras, actors and sound, and that's how I came to make this film.
Your first film, Gagman, which screened here in London last week, I think is a very confident debut. I think there's lots of interesting things about it, and I think one of the most interesting things is the casting, because you were able to cast An Sung-gi in the lead role, and he was, I think, probably the most popular actor in Korea at the time, but his character in your film was very, very strange and quite unappealing. And you were also able to cast the director, Bae Chang-ho, who was your mentor, in a very strange kind of comedy sidekick role. So how did that come about, and what are your memories of making that first film?
사실 맨 처음에는 아주 이 영화 좀 시리어스하게 좀 만들려고 했었어요. 그런데 영화를 시작하면서 이것이 어떤 좀 코미디가 됐고, 배창호 감독님 같은 경우는 그때 당시는 뚱뚱하고 그런 캐릭터를 찾아오기가 너무 힘들었어요. 그래서 영화 시나리오를 쓰면서 조금씩 이런 캐릭터의 형이 어떨까, 배창호 감독이 어떨까 이렇게 좀 물어봤어요. 근데 사실 그 배창호 감독님 꿈이 원래 영화 배우였었기 때문에 아주 단박에 넘어와 줬고, 너무 안성기 씨랑 잘 어울리는 콤비가 됐죠. 마치 뚱뚱이와 홀쭉이 그런 식의 어떤 캐릭터로서 잘 됐었던 것 같아요.
So to be honest, initially I wanted to make quite a serious film with Gagman, and over time it became a comedy film. And at the time when I was working with director Bae Chang-ho, it was really difficult to find a fat character to cast. So I asked him offhand how he would like to play that role. And because his original dream was to become an actor, he immediately gave consent, and he formed a very good duo combination with the actor An Sung-gi, kind of like a fatso and a thinso.
So was he happy with his chance to act in your film?
물론 그 캐스팅에 있어서는 정말 해피했었는데 사실은 좀 쉽진 않았죠. 아무래도 같이 일했던 감독님이니까. 근데 뭐 영화를 찍으면서부터는 저도 제 자신을 잊고 그 전에 조감독이었던 신분을 잊고 감독으로서, 연기자로서 연기 지도를 했었으니까 아마 되게 마음이 불편했었다고 나중에 얘기를 하더라고요, 배창호.
So of course he was very happy to be cast in the film, but it was definitely not an easy experience to be acting in the film, because we worked together before and I was his assistant director, and we had to forget about our previous roles, and I had to give him acting directions as a director in my own right. And later he told me that was a very uncomfortable experience for him.
Now, most of the films you made in the 1990s, and I'm thinking especially of My Love, My Bride, First Love, and Their Last Love Affair. I mean, even the title suggests these films were really love stories about romantic relationships, the good parts and the bad parts. Why is love and romance such an important theme in your films?
글쎄 잘 모르겠는데 제가 영화를 시작하면서 제일 먼저 질문을 했던 것이 영화란 무엇인가와 동시에 사랑이란 무엇인가를 질문했었어요. 왜 그렇게 갑자기 동시에 똑같은 질문을 했는지 모르겠지만 결국은 나중에 시간이 지나서 보니까 결국 사랑에 대해서 아는 것이 결국은 영화에 대해서 아는 것과 똑같은 거죠. 그러니까 우리가 사람들을 사랑하는 것, 말하자면 미장센이라는 것은 저는 인생을 살아가는 것과 똑같다고 생각해요. 그러니까 사랑은 곧 미장센이고 그 미장센은 곧 영화가 되는 거죠.
I don't really know. When I first began making films, there were two questions I asked myself simultaneously. One was, what is a film? And the second one was, what is love? And I think, retrospect, I felt that knowing love was the same as knowing what a film could be. And I believe that mise en scène is the same as living a life. And mise en scène is love, which is ultimately the same as a film.